America, land of opportunity, home of the free, all that jazz. But over 40 million people here live below the poverty line. Nearly 21% of children are growing up in poverty. Let's dive into the 10 poorest states in the U.S. in 2024 and examine the systemic issues at play. Mississippi, the birthplace of the blues, and home to the highest poverty rate in the nation. Mississippi's poverty rate currently sits at a staggering 2024 poverty rate for Mississippi %. It's a perfect storm of awful factors, a history of racial and economic inequality, defunding of public education and healthcare, and lack of decent-paying jobs. Blaming the victims is easy, but those bootstraps are often held together with hope and duct tape. Mississippi needs real solutions, investment in education, job training programs, and affordable healthcare. It's time to address the root causes of poverty, not just slap a Band-Aid on a gaping wound. Louisiana, known for its vibrant culture and the second highest poverty rate in the nation. Louisiana's poverty rate stands at 2024 poverty rate for Louisiana %, with over simplified ratio, Louisianans living in poverty. The state faces a legacy of racial and economic injustice, vulnerability to natural disasters, and environmental devastation from the oil and gas industry. Louisiana needs investment in infrastructure, a diversified economy, and a safety net for the vulnerable. We can't just stand by and watch as Louisiana sinks beneath the weight of its problems. It's time to throw them a lifeline and help them rebuild stronger and more resilient. New Mexico, known for its stunning landscapes and the third highest poverty rate in the U.S. New Mexico's poverty rate is around 2024 poverty rate for New Mexico %, with nearly 1 simplified ratio, New Mexicans struggling to make ends meet. The state faces challenges like a large rural population, limited access to healthcare and education, and a struggling economy. Native American communities often face even higher rates of poverty and unemployment. New Mexico needs investment in education, job training, and infrastructure, particularly in rural areas. It's time to break the cycle of poverty and create a brighter future for all New Mexicans. Arkansas, home to the Ozark Mountains and the fourth highest poverty rate in the nation. Arkansas's poverty rate is 2024 poverty rate for Arkansas %, with over simplified ratio. Arkansans living below the poverty line. The state faces challenges like racial segregation, limited access to healthcare and education, and a struggling economy. The opioid epidemic has ravaged communities, leaving behind addiction and economic hardship. Arkansas needs an economic overhaul, investing in education, job training, and healthcare, while addressing the root causes of the opioid crisis. West Virginia, known for its stunning scenery, is a state of contrasts. While its natural beauty is undeniable, the economic reality for many of its residents is starkly different. The state has the fifth highest poverty rate in the nation, a statistic that reflects the struggles of its people. West Virginia's poverty rate is 2024 poverty rate for West Virginia %, a figure that has remained stubbornly high over the years, with over simplified ratio. West Virginians struggling to stay afloat. The impact on families and communities is profound. The decline of the coal industry, once the backbone of the state's economy, has left many without jobs and hope. The lack of investment in other sectors has further exacerbated the economic downturn, leaving the state's economy in shambles. Adding to these challenges is a severe opioid crisis, which has devastated countless lives and communities. Limited access to healthcare and education, coupled with a shrinking population, has made recovery even more difficult. To turn things around, West Virginia needs to diversify its economy. Investing in renewable energy and technology could provide new opportunities and jobs. Renewable energy projects like wind turbines and solar panel installations offer a path forward for sustainable growth. Supporting those struggling with addiction and unemployment through community programs and job training is essential for rebuilding lives. It's time for West Virginia to turn the page and write a new chapter filled with hope and opportunity. By coming together, the state can overcome its challenges and build a brighter future. New infrastructure projects and vibrant communities can pave the way for a prosperous and hopeful tomorrow. Alabama, known for its southern hospitality and rich cultural heritage, is a state with a complex history and a vibrant community. However, it also has the sixth highest poverty rate in the nation, a stark contrast to its warm and welcoming image. Alabama's poverty rate is, insert 2024 poverty rate for Alabama %, which translates to a significant portion of its population struggling to make ends meet. With over, insert simplified ratio. Alabamans living below the poverty line, the impact on communities is profound and far-reaching. The state faces enduring challenges like racial segregation, which continues to affect social and economic opportunities for many residents. Limited access to healthcare and education further exacerbates the situation, leaving many without the necessary resources to improve their lives. The struggling economy adds another layer of difficulty. Regressive tax policies disproportionately burden low-income families, making it even harder for them to escape the cycle of poverty. Meanwhile, these policies often provide tax breaks to corporations and the wealthy, widening the gap between the rich and the poor. Alabama needs to address its history of racial and economic injustice, acknowledging the past while working towards a more equitable future. Investing in education and job training is crucial, as it provides individuals with the skills and opportunities needed to succeed in today's economy. Additionally, creating a fairer tax system can help ensure that all residents contribute their fair share, and that the benefits of economic growth are more evenly distributed. It's time for Alabama to live up to its potential, embracing its rich heritage while forging a path towards a brighter, more inclusive future. By addressing these issues, Alabama can become a place where all its residents can thrive, creating a community that truly reflects the spirit of Southern hospitality. Kentucky, known for its rolling hills and the seventh highest poverty rate in the nation. Kentucky's poverty rate is, insert 2024 poverty rate for Kentucky % with over, insert simplified ratio, Kentuckians living below the poverty line. The state faces challenges like a struggling coal industry, limited access to healthcare and education, and a high rate of opioid addiction. Kentucky needs to diversify its economy, invest in education and job training, and address the opioid crisis. It's time for Kentucky to ride towards a brighter future where all its residents can thrive. Oklahoma, known for its wide-open spaces and the eighth highest poverty rate in the nation. Oklahoma's poverty rate is, insert 2024 poverty rate for Oklahoma % with over, insert simplified ratio, Oklahomans living below the poverty line. The state faces challenges like a history of colonialism, limited access to healthcare and education, and a struggling economy. Regressive tax policies burden low-income families while giving tax breaks to corporations and the wealthy. Oklahoma needs to address its history of injustice towards Native American communities, invest in education and job training, and create a fairer tax system. It's time for Oklahoma to create a state where all its residents can thrive. South Carolina, known for its charming cities and picturesque landscapes, is a state of contrasts. Beneath the surface of its beauty lies a harsh reality, the ninth highest poverty rate in the nation. Many communities are struggling to make ends meet. South Carolina's poverty rate is, insert 2024 poverty rate for South Carolina %, a figure that reflects the economic hardships faced by many of its residents. With over, insert simplified ratio, South Carolinians living below the poverty line, the struggle for basic necessities is a daily challenge for many. The state faces deep-rooted challenges like racial segregation, which has left lasting scars on its communities. Limited access to healthcare and education, coupled with a struggling economy, exacerbates the situation. Many rural areas are particularly hard hit, with closed hospitals and rundown schools. Resistance to expanding Medicaid has left many low-income families without access to affordable healthcare, further deepening the crisis. South Carolina needs to confront its history of racial and economic injustice, acknowledging the past to build a better future. Investing in education and job training is crucial. By providing opportunities for all, the state can pave the way for a more equitable society. Expanding access to healthcare is another vital step. Ensuring that every resident has access to medical services can improve overall well-being. It's time for South Carolina to turn its charm into action, addressing these issues head-on with community-driven initiatives and government support. By doing so, South Carolina can create a state where all its residents can thrive, transforming smiling faces into symbols of genuine prosperity and hope. Tennessee, known for its musical heritage and the 10th highest poverty rate in the nation. Tennessee's poverty rate is, insert 2024 poverty rate for Tennessee, percent, with over, insert simplified ratio, Tennesseans living below the poverty line. The state faces challenges like a struggling rural economy, limited access to healthcare and education, and a high rate of opioid addiction. Resistance to expanding Medicaid has left many low-income families without access to affordable healthcare. Tennessee needs to invest in rural economic development, expand access to healthcare and education, and address the opioid crisis. It's time for Tennessee to come together and create a state where all its residents can thrive. The fight continues, breaking the cycle of poverty in America. We've seen the faces of poverty and the systemic failures that have left so many behind. This isn't just about statistics, it's about real people struggling to survive. We need to demand better from our elected officials and fight for a more just and equitable society. Share this video, spread the word, and let's start a conversation about poverty in America. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more hard-hitting content.